Hi everybody, welcome back to our winter carnival crafty fun here that we're having here on our first day of the carnival, and we're ready for our project number 3, which is this really cute card that features the Hive embossing folder as well as using paper strips in the design. I think this is a beautiful card and so much potential with whatever season that you want to do with it. Okay, so for those of you who got the kit, this is the packet that you'll want to take out at this time. So included in the kit, you have the pre-embossed, this is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of soft succulent cardstock, and using the Hive 3D embossing folder to get this really cool pebbly look out of it. And this is one of the new celebration items that you can choose from Stampin' Up! Too. They added some more celebration items, and this is one that you could actually get for free with your order. Okay, so you have that and this, and then also you have this piece here. All right, and then from your fancy floral designer paper, you're going to need to cut 4 strips of paper. So again, the soft succulent, you're going to need 2 pieces of the designer paper, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and another 2 at 3 1/2 by 1 1/4. And these are made from the scallop contour dies. So again, using vellum. Vellum adds such an interesting layer to it. And then this label period, or piece. For the paper, again, I was on a mission to try to use one of every pattern of paper that came in that fancy floral pack. And so for this one, I chose these 3 papers here. So with the pattern on the front of it, it can be kind of hard to see which one that I chose. So if you look at the back, these are the 3 of the back side that I did. And I used, I think, 2 of this one or maybe 2 of that one, but these are the 3 papers that I got the color palette with. For me, what I wanted to do when I cut this one is I wanted to stay in this area of the paper for the color palette that I chose. So I kind of stayed away from this mustardy color and then also this yellow color here when I was trimming off the paper for this one. But you can use whatever pattern of paper that you want, but those are the 3 that I did for this card. Okay, as I kind of said in the other video that you had a piece of 8 1/2 by 11 scrap piece of paper that you can do some floral stamping with. And so for this project, what I'm using is from the Sentimental Park. I use these 2 flowers, but if you use Happiness Abounds, you could use maybe some of the smaller ones here, or even these 2 as well. So depending on the flowers that you're using, it's totally up to you. I just got 2 pairs of them. Okay. And also, before I forget, on our last project, what I forgot to do is bling up the bot or our little bag. So don't forget to add your gems. I just used one of the 3 small ones. So I needed to go back and just remind that. All right, let's go ahead and do some coloring. Coloring is always so fun to do. So for this, what I did is I pulled out some of the colors from the paper and using my blends for this. So I'm using the light Orchid Oasis, and I've got some light mint macaron. I've got the light Calypso Coral. I've got some dark Seafoam and the Pool Party. And it's like, it's just kind of a blend of which ones that you'd use. I can't believe it, but I don't have the soft succulent blends. And so I'm kind of just showing how you can use some of your other greens if you want to bring that in. Plus, I'm picking up some of the colors that are in the designer paper as well. So just do everything that will help match up your, the designer paper that you chose to the background to your florals. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get coloring. I'm going to go ahead and do the darker, do we want to do the dark ones? No, let's do the light ones first. I just tried to kind of balance between the two flowers. I don't know if I did it right or whatever, but this is what kind of works for me. And so I'm gonna, because Calypso Coral is one of the colors, and it's a way to just really, the blends is to get color on there fast. And this one. So you can, you know, use watercolor pencils, markers, whatever you might like. I kind of like the blends for myself for coloring on it. So we'll do that. And then let's see here. I think it's the, I'm gonna try this one. I didn't mark down which colors that I used. I'm gonna just do a quick trial here. I think I used Pool Party. Isn't it funny when you have to listen to somebody think out loud? Yeah, there we go. And we'll do, whoops, hit the wrong one on that one. Well, we'll mix it up a little bit. I've got Pool Party, but it's like it kind of will not give a nod a little bit to the Soft Succulent. And that's what's kind of nice with the blends too. They're not exactly the color on the light and the dark, so you kind of get that little bit of a difference. I think this is what I did. Because I didn't have the Soft Succulent, I kind of blended the Seafoam with the Pool Party, and it kind of toned it down to the Succulent. Okay, so if you don't have Succulent, but you have Soft Seafoam and Pool Party, you can get to your Succulent on that. And then we'll come in with the dark. This is the Oasis. I'm using the light. And we'll get that. On here. I'm having a lot of fun here doing all of these projects all at once. I hope you guys are too. It was something that I haven't done in a long time, doing something that's online for 2 days. And I think it's something that, well, I don't think, I know that it's something that I want to plan on doing again. So if you like this, you know, I invite you to subscribe to my email list so that you get notifications, and I'll have some information on that up here as well throughout the day. You know, there'll be a pinned one here at the end of the day that'll have some additional information if you're so inclined. Okay, there is our coloring for this one. Now let's go ahead and we'll get our label. And from that same stamp set, Sentimental Park, I'm using the Let's Celebrate. I was tempted to put Dear Friend on it, because then on the inside you can put Dear Friend, thinking of you, dear friend, let's celebrate, happy birthday. There's a lot of ones to do for doing the Dear Friend, but I thought this way, oops, and I did have Dear Friend. Okay, just to kind of show you the difference here. All right, so Dear Friend, and I'm using Soft Succulent ink. All right, so I did use the Dear Friend, but then here's the Let's Celebrate. But then on the inside of this card that I'm having, I could have any of those other sayings to match it. So I can kind of put that in my stash and then wait to see what my needs are, and then do that. Okay, let's get the card put together now. All right, so we'll get our card base. That just went flying. So again, don't forget to leave a comment under each video, because I will do a drawing at the end of the event that will, if you're US based, and I draw your name, I can send you the card or the project that we're working on with it, with the exception of a big 3D one that I have coming up here. So, and I'm using some liquid glue. Light touch, no glops. And we'll put that down on our card base. Love texture, love, love, love it. Okay, so on our strips, they're all the same width at 1 1/4, but there's 2 of them that are longer and 2 of them that are shorter. And what I want to do is I'm going to start with one of the shorter ones. And let's see here, I just want to make sure how I have this. Yes, so I want to do short, long, short, and long. And then you can kind of flip-flop which ends that you might like on it. I'm going to start with one of the long ones, and this one is going to be kind of my anchor that I can start with. And as you can see here on my card, they kind of zigzag in any which way on it. So I don't have them straight up and down. I do have it slightly angled. And these got liquid glue. And I'm just going to kind of put this down a little bit towards the bottom, because we're also going to kind of raise them up and down. Then I'm going to take one of the shorter ones. So this is one that's the 3 3/4 long. So that one's kind of going this way, and I'm going to overlap it just a little bit, and it goes, let's see, that way. There's no right or wrong. You can start with whichever one that you want. Here's the shorter one. Let's see. I think I want to have some of the color. Let's see how I did my flowers here. I think I'll have it go this way. So kind of keep in mind the color of your flowers, where the color is positioned. And then the idea is that these two can kind of be the same height, and then, you know, your longer ones can be at a different, oh shoot, I should have, well, those are kind of back-to-back colors on that one. I didn't choose that one very well, but let's just put it down anyways. Let's see, I'll put the blue side up. Probably should have gone with another strip of this on it, because those are kind of two colors side by side. I'll put it down. Learn from my mistakes. There we go. So play around with it, and if you cut the wrong one, just go to your stash. You got plenty in there, and get another one for us. All right, so now for the vellum. What I want to do is I'm going to, let me just double check how I did this. Okay. This is just glued right down in the middle. All right, so I'm going to just take some liquid glue, and this is just going to go right in the middle. And the reason why I can put the liquid glue in the middle is because I'm going to cover that up. All righty, now let's get some dimensionals. And I'm going to pop up both the sentiment and our flowers. So again, another great layout to use. Use for any seasons, any occasions, and a good way of using up those extra pieces of designer paper that we have as well. So I'm just putting this right in the center, raised up. There we go. And now for the flowers, what I want to do is I'm going to put dimensionals, because this already is raised up. I don't want to raise this up again and have it be a little flip-floppy and so, or uneven. So I'm just going to put dimensionals on one end of it, so that way it kind of evens out a little more, since this one's going to go up at the top. Kind of overlap this a little bit. Put this off to the side. Again, any of your florals or any one that you're going to use will be just fine for it. I just am so all about, let's see, this is going here, so I want it on the bottom this time. So it's about embracing some of the accessories that are in our catalogs, and using your stamp sets to really augment that set of paper. So cute. All right, let's get some blingy bling on it now with our iridescent gems that came in our packet. And let's see here, I'm gonna kind of take the orange tones and put a few on a couple flowers here. And I'll get some of the blue tones might have to open up another pack because I was really generous with all of this. But I was just kind of showing how like when you're all done, like this is about how much you'll have left of your pack, but we will use quite a bit of them. And let's see here. I think I want to do another little blue one over here. So a couple on the flowers to get some shine to it, and then let's add some of the orange tones around. We can put that on here. Could even go off onto the cardstock, and let's do one on the vellum. All right, so this is our third project here at our Winter Crafty Carnival. I think another really cute layout. Whoops, and I might put a little dimensional right here, a small one, to anchor that down a little better on this one. But I love these cards. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comments, and then don't forget to comment so that you get a chance to win. If you're here during the live over the weekend, to get a card sent to you. All right, this is our third project, and got a couple more. Oh, and just I meant to mention ahead of time that for the Crafty Carnival, it was like a combination of cards, bags, boxes, etc. So it's not all cards. I'm going to do 2 cards each day, and then intermixed in the cards are boxes, bags, other 3D items. So this is the last card of the day, but we've got 2 more projects. So tune in here real fast, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.